In this video, we're going to be talking about how to be an alpha male. And before you turn off the video and say, what the hell is this? This is not going to be one of those lame videos where I give you 5 tips on how to be an alpha male or how to appear more alpha. We're going to actually address in this video the alpha male controversy. What does it mean? How does it actually biologically apply? What is a true alpha male? And then the behaviors that flow from your nature, which really kind of indicate that you cannot become an alpha male, at least by changing your behaviors. And then we're going to talk about some ways that you could actually change your nature and actually really embody these personality traits. I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to build financial independence, get the physique that you want, get the girls that you want, and to go from the victim mindset to what I call the bulldog mindset. If that sounds like something that you are all about, then click that subscribe button. Join us on this journey. Just the term alpha male has been overused, widely criticized today, I would say, in terms of what it means. Does it actually exist in nature? You know, it initially came from an observation about wolf packs, right? And there was an alpha of the pack. Later, that anthropologist that had discovered this recanted that and said, whoops, I was wrong. And so a lot of people have used that to say, oh, there's no such thing as alphas, right? A lot of literature that you would read out there would say, okay, we're most related to chimpanzees or bonobos, right? It depends. It's pretty damn close. And so if you look at the chimpanzees, you definitely have an alpha male type of hierarchy. You have most of those male dominant aggressive tendencies, where bonobos are more of a matriarchal society, and it's a little bit different there. So here's the thing to understand: we don't need to look at a biological component as far as the animal kingdom to know what an alpha male is, or to know that there's such a thing, right, in humans that we would call alpha male personality traits. And those things are like social dominance. It's really what we'd call masculinity. Being a man is not how women perceive you, but how other men perceive you. Your status within the tribe, right? Your acceptance by other men, and the value that they place on you as a valuable member of that tribe. That's really where your dominance as a man comes into place. And that's really what I would say defines you more so as alpha. There's a big controversy, like I said, on YouTube, on the internet, just in general, about the whole alpha male, beta male, and then you throw in the gamma male stuff into the mix. And I want to avoid all of that because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of labels that we apply, right? There's really just this embodied concept of being the kind of man that is quote an alpha male. Let's talk about what is the true alpha male. First of all, what is a true alpha male is a man that is really in touch with his masculinity, that has a purpose in life and goes after that purpose. A man should not be spending his life trying to impress women, trying to get external validation, trying to quote chase tail, but instead should be spending his life focused on his purpose. What is he trying to accomplish in life? An alpha male, a truly alpha male, if we're going to use that term, is a man who goes after what he wants in life and doesn't take excuses. He doesn't accept excuses. He goes after what he wants. He figures out what his purpose is, he figures out what his objective is, and he figures out how to get it, and he doesn't let things stop him or things stand in the way. By having that kind of tenacity, other people will respect you, okay? Because you will be taking chances, you'll be growing as a person, you will not let fear determine your actions, and you also won't let emotion determine your actions. I was at Elliot Hulse's grounding camp, and one of the guys was asking about masculinity. He said, you know, I don't get why, or I don't understand. It seems like anger and aggression is a large part of masculinity. Is that true? I don't know if you've seen the Marvel movie Avengers. Who is the most powerful character in the entire series? Who's the most masculine and most powerful character? I'm sure that you've guessed that it's Thanos. What is the one thing about Thanos that when he's slaughtering like whole populations of people, basically wiping out half the universe, okay, and just slaughtering people left and right, what is the one thing that you notice about it? He's not angry. In fact, he's not emotional at all about it. He's just very logical and analytical about this. Maybe there's a few spots where he starts to, I think in the last movie at the very end, where he starts to lose his cool just a tiny bit. But for the most part, what makes him masculine, what makes him, quote, alpha, is the idea that he doesn't get angry. He's a really good example if you're looking at someone who is alpha, an alpha male character. He's an alpha male character, okay? He's got the power, he's got the status, he's got the respect. He doesn't have to prove anything to anyone, okay? He's doing this because he's after his purpose, right? And think about it, how he's so driven for the purpose that he's trying to achieve, which is to wipe out half of the universe. He wants to get, the Infinity Gauntlet and get all the stones, Infinity Stones, and he wants to snap his finger and basically wipe out half of the universe, because that's his mission, that's his goal. All of these videos that you see and all of these books that you read that teach you how to be more alpha focus on behavioral characteristics. You cannot change your behavior. If you try and change your behavior directly, it's like stretching a rubber band, okay? I talked about this as far as like quitting porn and masturbation, and to quit, something like drugs, any kind of addiction, is you're pulling that rubber band back, okay? Eventually what's going to happen is that the rubber band's going to snap back the other way really hard, and that's where you screw up and you go on a binge.
That rubber band kicked my ass.
This is human nature. So if you were to say, okay, I want to be an alpha male, I'm going to start doing alpha male traits, I'm going to change my behavior in such a way as I'm acting as if an alpha male. If you start trying to act dominant or act tough or act like you don't give a fuck, okay, you're actually investing and you're actually going to betray yourself, because that's not, it has to flow from your nature, and you won't be able to maintain that frame. You won't be able to maintain that when it is not actually in your nature. You're going to get found out. What you have to do is you have to change your nature. That means a few different things. One of those things is changing your mindset. If you have this sort of fairy tale view of reality and relationships with women, and you think that they don't do anything bad and they're all just, princesses, and you're putting women on a pedestal, okay, you're definitely not going to be alpha at all, because you don't have the mindset. Your behaviors are going to flow from someone who believes that type of reality. Your growth doesn't stop there, because a lot of it is what you think about yourself, okay? It's not just the way that you view reality, but it's also how you view yourself and how you view yourself in terms of society and the way that you act. If you feel that you are inferior, if you feel that you do not deserve things, if you feel like you are not entitled, if you feel like you are lower status, you will act in that way. You have to be able to change that by changing yourself. That's why on this channel, the thing that I focus on is mindset, right? This is why this channel is called Bulldog Mindset, and this is why we dismiss the victim mindset. By the way, if you want to see what your score is, how much of the Bulldog Mindset you have, make sure that you take the quiz here. I'll put a link up in the cards. There'll also be a link in the description, and that will give you a score that will tell you what your Bulldog score is, and then I'll give you some videos and some help to raise that score. But it's important to know where you start. That's why on this channel I focus on mindset first, okay? Because mindset is critical. When you feel like you are worthy, you're going to act in that way, right? That's why it's so important to have a purpose in your life and to be pursuing that as a man, instead of just trying to get the second order effect of getting laid. Yes, it's great, it's awesome, you can do that, but you need to work on yourself. I know some of you don't want to hear that, right? You want just these behaviors that you can emulate in order to be more alpha, but you can't do that. In order to change behavior, you must change nature. In order to change nature, you must change mindset, you must change environment, and you must change inputs, okay? And those things are all very related in a cyclic dependency, okay? The mindset comes from the environment and the inputs, okay? But because of that mindset, you change your environments and you change your inputs. So these things all kind of feed into each other. The real focus, the thing that you need to do, is you need to focus on changing your mindset, developing what I would call the Bulldog mindset. That means accomplishing shit with your life. It means having a drive and worrying about, more importantly, about accomplishing things, like accomplishing your mission, having that mission, having a life of your own. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.